Hello again, I am Blunty, and this is the Razer Seiren Pro. And if you hear me in voiceover mode, or see me sitting at this desk recording something, it's a 99% chance that you're hearing me through this very microphone. Since it launched 3 years ago, it immediately became my go-to desktop mic, and the standard by which I've tested and reviewed several other desktop mics since then. But this little bugger is the Razer Seiren X. It's half the size, less than half the price, and, well, frankly, it's less than half the functionality. Gone are the Pro's multiple pickup patterns, the XLR output option, the toggleable high-pass filter, the on-body gain control, and the information display. What Razer have left behind, though, is pretty much everything essential to what 90% of users will actually need and use, especially those making YouTube content and doing the Twitch streaming thing. Its single pickup pattern is supercardioid, which means it's focused only on the sounds in front of it and is designed to strongly reject noise from behind it and, to a lesser extent, from the sides. Controls are reduced to a mute button and a volume knob for controlling the headphone monitoring output. Even the stand is simplified to a simple base and a slightly tiltable stem, though the mic body does have a standard mic mount, so should you wish to mount this on a more robust stand, or a microphone boom arm and the like, that's completely simple. But of course, the easiest way to give you some sort of perspective on exactly how this microphone measures up when it comes to sound quality is to do some side-by-side comparisons. So what you're hearing now is a side-by-side comparing it to the Razer Seiren Pro, my personal choice of desktop mic, and has been ever since it launched. And of course, the Razer Seiren X right here. And I've been switching back and forth between them as I speak to you here, as I waffle on, as I ad-lib slightly, as I stretch. So you can hear the difference between them as I do some sort of switching side by side. This one, and now this one, and now this one, and now this. As you can hear for yourself, surely by now, the Razer Seiren X does not have as much of a fuller sound as the Pro does. This has a very full, clean, studio-like sound. This one is missing some of the frequencies, really. It's a little bit lower and heavy. The mids are a little bit softer. The highs are, they're really close to the same. But when it comes to streaming, things like that, this is going to perform just fine. As you can hear, everything's coming through crystal clear. I don't sound hissy. I don't sound sort of tinny, or all the kind of audio stuff you hate to hear in a stream. You don't really hear it here. And until you do the side-by-side comparison, it's a little bit harder to tell what you're missing out on with the fuller, more complete sound of the higher-end model. Now, you're hearing it compared to the AVerMedia microphone, what's the bloody model number again? Let me look it up here. Right, the AVerMedia AM310. What a catchy name. So this is probably the broadest equivalent of the Razer Seiren X as far as size, portability, sort of price goes in this kind of market, targeted towards gamers and streamers and things like that. So now you can draw a comparison hearing this versus this. The microphone component itself is mounted internally on a shock mount to help dampen vibrations and thumps from the desk and such, and output to the PC is over USB of course, and the included cable is typical Razer, robust with a nice braided sheath to keep it from tangles, and well, that's really all there is to this mic. It's simple and focused by design to do one thing, be a compact, affordable, high-quality microphone targeted at streamers and gamers, and to that end, it works really quite well. It's light, solidly built, and for those who need it, easy to travel with. Certainly much easier than the bulkier, significantly heavier Pro model. Speaking personally, for me, I prefer streaming with a headset mic for a few different reasons, and for all my other recording needs, I will be sticking with the more capable and fuller, more studio-like sound of the big brother model, the Seiren Pro. Because why wouldn't I? I already have that. And already having the Seiren Pro, I'm obviously not the target market for this mic, am I? But I think I will keep a Seiren X on hand, as it really is a much better option for when I'm travelling and having to do some voiceover stuff while in a hotel room and whatnot. And of course, you have been hearing me recorded on the Seiren X for yourself throughout this entire video. Well, except for some of the comparison stuff we're doing. And for a mic of this type, at this price point, I think it's a pretty decent option. So you tell me what you think of how this is sounding. Thanks for watching, I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.